and Nippy's gone and killed everyone. Alright, you beautiful people, how are we doing? Kenshi here, bringing you episode 31 of Kenshi, Age of Blood and Sand Iron Man playthrough. So at the start of this episode, what we have is a Dust Bandits demands coming through. We were not expecting this just managed to sneak up on me out of the blue. Not a massive issue, slightly annoying because we do have a Holy Nation assault coming in not far behind this. So we're going to try to delay this bandit demands as long as we can. The longer we can have it delayed, the more chance of the Holy Nation assault showing up and then us having a freeway instead of just a 1 versus 1 fight. The bandits by themselves wouldn't be a massive issue, we'd be able to take them, but the issue is we are going to take a bunch of damage from the bandits. And then when the Holy Nation show up, we're not going to be in the best of situations to be able to fight them off. So yeah, we can just see them coming down the path now. Not the worst situation we've been in. We have definitely survived far worse ones. But we're in a situation now where we don't want to be losing as many hives as we have been. Because my hives are starting to get decent at what they're doing. Earlier on in the game, we could lose all the hives we wanted because other than Lidus and Ray, most of our hives were useless, so losing them wasn't an issue. But now some of my guys are getting up to like good stats. If we lose them, it's going to take a long time for us to be able to replace them and get them in. So we're going to need to keep a proper close eye on keeping our guys alive. We will lose people. It's as simple as that. We got 2 big attacks coming through. Well, I suppose this Dust Bandit demands isn't a big attack, and most of my guys will be able to hold their own for a decent while until, say, like Lidus or Ray or Nippy can get freed up to then give them some support. But it's still not a perfect situation by any means. But then we don't have a Holy Nation assault coming in behind it. These Holy Nation assaults that are coming in are 3 times larger than the ones that you'd get in vanilla. So if you're struggling with a standard Holy Nation assault, yeah, just imagine one of them 3 times the size, and that's what we're going to have to be dealing with. Thankfully, some of these Dust Bandits do have prosthetic limbs, so we will be able to loot them after this battle and then put them onto my hives that don't have them. We are clearing it up nicely. I did manage to upgrade Lidus's Guando not that long ago, so he's doing a decent amount of damage. He's doing like 70-80 a hit, and now we have the Holy Nation coming in. Not a massive horde. What's that, like maybe 100? So we're heavily outnumbered, and it's far bigger than the bandit demands, which we had nearly all cleared up. Nippy's down, but that's because of blood loss, but that's because I had a bunch of rangers up on the high ground shooting in, and blood takes a long time to come back in this game, so Nippy's not going down essentially to like the blunt force trauma of being attacked. It's just he keeps getting his blood depleted, so then he's easy to take down when another fight comes in, which isn't a massive issue. You know, obviously having Nippy's always better than not having him because he's an absolute thick boy and a bit of a beast. I mean, he does what he does very well. So his alpha damage at the start of a fight is mental. He can take down maybe 10 to 20 people if the circumstances are right, which is really good. That's a massive portion of any horde or any attack being taken out at the start. But then he'll be out for quite a while, and then he'll get back up, take out another 3, maybe 5. And then at the end, when the numbers start filling out, that is when he becomes devastating. Like last episode when we got attacked, he pretty much single-handedly just cleared the Triangle Bandit assault at the end, because there wasn't enough of them to gang up on him, so they could only come one at a time. And yeah, he was just like sniping them off, like bit by bit by bit. He said we'd do like between 100 to 200 damage attack, and there aren't many things that can stand up to it. So even if they survive the hit, they've lost a limb, which just makes him absolute powerhouse. But you can't fight multiple things at the same time. You get 5 enemies fighting Nippy by themselves, Nippy's down. I mean, even hungry bandits can take him down if there's enough of them. But then again, at the same time, he can nearly one-shot most endgame characters or even high-end characters like Inquisitors and that. If he gets lucky, he can take him down in one bite. We have to be super careful right now. Trying to keep my guys alive because the Holy Nation has overrun us. My medics and my guys set to passive and rescue are starting to get taken down, which obviously big issue. If my guys aren't going around rescuing, then I'm going to have to start taking a more proactive micromanaging stuffness to keep my guys alive, because I really don't want to be losing many hives. Are we going to lose hives? Yes. You know, that is just simple. That's going to happen. Part of the fun of a Hive playthrough. But the more of them I can keep alive, the better it's going to be. So I will try to keep as many of them alive as I can. So number one priorities are the princes. Princes come first. They're the ones that we have to keep alive. Then it will be named characters. I'll look after second. Then into soldier drones, and then into like the miners. That is my like priority of who to keep alive. If we have princes that are producing the stuff that we need, then any other character, any other Hive I bring in is always going to have better equipment. Better equipment means they've got a higher survival chance. So that's obviously ideal. Name characters. Well, you know, if you guys have gone out your way to comment and name a Hive, I think it's only fair I go out my way to keep them alive. It's a decent trade. Also, this way they will eventually become some absolute powerhouses and create characters of their own, which will be obviously really good for everyone. And then it will go into the soldier drones, because obviously soldier drones stay alive. The better they become, the better they become, the better they can fight. The better they can fight, the more Hives that stay alive. So self-fulfilling prophecy there. So princes named soldiers. Then after that, it's basically free for all for everyone else. I'll try to keep them alive if I can. If I can't, you know, these things happen. But we seem to be stabilising a little bit. We've got more guys up. Obviously a lot of our guys are fighting. Nippy's doing what he can. That guy got extremely lucky, but Nippy's just gonna... Well, I'm just going to use him to go and snipe out their crossbows, because their crossbows are what is going to cause Nippy the most issue. But yeah, man, look at that. Like just one shot, he can take them down. Then we got a couple of their higher level guys, which Nippy can just make short work of. If he gets lucky and hits them... licks them? If he gets lucky and hits them on the head, chest or stomach, most people will be down. If he hits them anywhere else, if he hits them on the arm, they'll go down. But see there, right? Nippy went down. The reason Nippy went down was because he got shot by crossbows. And what crossbows do is they do a lot of bleed damage. And it's that bleed damage which is messing him up. Which isn't a massive issue, you know, it's a part of the fun. If Nippy stayed up throughout the whole fight, there really wouldn't be a fight. They got my little Hives trying to fight, bless them. They do what they can. They don't do it very well, but it is funny to see them trying to defend themselves. Eventually, though, they are going to become little powerhouses and be proper terrifying to deal with. But then that's the nice thing about Kenshi. Obviously, the higher levels you go up, it's not like linear growth. It's not like 5 guys at level 20 can take one guy out with stats of a level 100. It doesn't work that way. Like, each stat increase is actually like huge. Like, the scaling on toughness and strength is mental. So toughness across the board just makes you way better. You take less damage, you take less bleed. It seems like you regenerate quicker. I haven't read that, but that's what it seems to me. And then also strength means you can carry heavier stuff, but also through carrying heavier stuff, that also means you can wield like heavier weapons. And a lot of the heavy weapons just do insane damage. And your guys can actually swing them as well, which is mental. Obviously you need dexterity, which is speed. Like if you could have anyone stat at level 200, it would be dexterity, because there are a couple things in this playthrough that have dexterity about 140, and you can't hit them. Like, well, you can, but generally the way you take them down is you fight something else next to them, so your cleave damage goes through and knocks them down, and then the more damage you take, the more your stats drop. The more your stats drop, well, then the slower the dexterity goes. But yeah, okay, so we have started to lose Hives now, so I'm going to try to keep a close eye on everything. Trying to keep as many alive as we can. I don't know how many we're expecting to lose, because this is cleared up now, so it is just going to be about trying to get to okay, there we go, there's another. It's just going to be about getting to the Hives that we can. I mean, we're starting to get quite a few Hives, so it's pretty inevitable that I'm going to miss them, or miss one here or there, or just overlook or not notice how much damage they've taken and the bleed rate. And then we also got to get to them, and we've got the Holy Nation kicking around. I am in like 2 minds. Do I use Lidus to go around and heal everyone? Because I know if Lidus is going around healing them, they are going to get healed up. But then the other side is if I'm using Lidus to fight, Lidus can definitely start another one. Working down this Holy Nation assault like super quick, and then I'd have more people free, and then they can all go out and start healing. But I don't think it always works that way, so I'm just going to try to use Lidus to run around and heal as many as we can. The Holy Nation assault is over now, so they are going to start to retreat and pull back. We seem to be in a good position. I think it's 4 Hives that we've lost now. So Electro, not a massive deal. And then a couple other soldier drones. Their names escape me. That's how important those hives were. They're not even going to get credits for dying. I think after Loren died, like, any other hive dies now, and just like, you know, should have been tougher, and you would have survived. You should have learned how to fight. It's not like you didn't have good equipment. That came down to your fault for dying. That's not on me. But yeah, after Loren died, I liked Loren. Loren was really good. He was able to hold his own and fight pretty well. He got taken down by the Grief Wraith Matriarch, but then that's not surprising. That thing is insane. Oh, how many did that Grief Wraith take? 4? Yeah, I think the Grief Wraith Matriarch killed like 4 of my hives. And that was me actively trying to micro them and keep them out of the way. And then managed to take down Nippy and Lidus and Ray. And we managed to get saved by a couple tech hunters. But this is interesting. I haven't told Nippy to do this. So I think Nippy is just going out on the spot of revenge against the Holy Nation. I mean, Nippy is a good doge. Nippy does what Nippy wants, and at the moment is hunting down all of the fleeing Holy Nation. But could you imagine, right? You know, like a dog when it like comes up to you and then the cackles on its back go up and it starts like growling. Like that's a fairly scary situation because you know how much damage a dog could do to you, and also it's just like a primal fear. But now imagine a dog that is about like 5.5 foot tall, I reckon. Okay, call it 4.5 foot tall. So 4.5 foot tall doggo going after you. Yeah, that's not a thing. Okay, we're not going to send Nippy in there. We're going to need to bring Nippy back. Nippy had his own little adventure. It seemed quite nice. He's having a nice time just running around killing off the Holy Nation. But I think that'll be a little bit too much for him trying to take it on everyone that was in there. And they might jump on the harpoons. So we're going to use this as an excuse to try and get our production up and going. So we're running low on iron ore, so I'll put down an iron ore mine because it's going to be more efficient, because unfortunately we did lose a few miners in that attack. Set up a couple more iron plates, primitive forges, because yet again we are running low on iron plates. But then you always do, that's kind of what happens when you start a base. And we've also started coal production. We need coal because of the gen mod. You take the iron plates and the coal and that makes iron bars. So that means we're going to have iron bars on the go. We're going to start producing some of our robotics. So soon we're going to be able to start kicking out our own prosthetic limbs. We need to get the storage in, and we're also going to need more power. And we got something hidden away in one of their bases. So someone's gone over to the holy mine. Alright, Nippy has. And Nippy's gone and killed everyone. Ah, good dog. I think Nippy's definitely my favourite character in this. So yeah, we're now in a good situation. We're not expecting another attack for a little while. We got our infrastructure set and we're moving forward. So thank you very much for watching episode 31 of Kenshi, Age of Blood and Sand. I've been Konzi. Thanks for all the support, likes, comments, subs. It means a lot. And I'll catch you on the next one.